Monday, so that means on Mondays it is hello, a brand new day, a brand new week, which means brand new goals for all of us. So I don't know if if you write it in your journal, or if you put it maybe in your notes in your phone, or maybe you like drawing pictures to describe what your day is. Whatever method you use, make sure you put your goals for the day, the week, the month, the entire year, and just put it out and speak it into existence. So guess what? Also, another thing, the huge reason why I love Mondays is because that means we have a Monday musical guest. So I'm really excited about today's guest. So everybody come a little bit closer to your laptop, TV, your phone, your iPad, like super close, like perfect. Stay right there. Let me show you who's going to be on in just a couple seconds. So in a couple seconds, my brand new friend, Mr. G, is going to be with us, Skyping in all the way from Massachusetts. You guys, all the way from the East Coast. I'm so excited. And the coolest thing about Mr. G, well, there's a lot of cool things about him. So he is a singer-songwriter, musician, an educator, a children's author, and also, you guys, he is a Latin Grammy Award winner for children's music. Hey, how amazing. So I cannot wait to get to know him. I've only had a little conversation with him maybe a couple weeks ago, but this is our first sit down, our very first sit down chit chat on Twinkle Time Live Online in just a couple minutes. Or a couple seconds. So everybody, hello, it's Monday and we have to do the word of the day. So everybody, on the count of three, whether you do a huge drum roll or a round of applause, your choice, let's do it nice and loud. Are we ready? Of course we are. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. For the word of the day. The word of the day today is world. That's right, world, which, you know what, obviously, it's the entire world. So all the countries that make up this beautiful planet that we all live on, all the amazing different types of people, the different music that we get to experience from people from all over the world. That's happening today here. So guess what? We also have to do it también en español. Entonces, voy a contar tres. Todos juntos. Are we ready? I couldn't hear anybody. Are we ready? That's right. Everybody, let's do a round of applause or a drum roll. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. La palabra de hoy es mundo. That's right. It's mundo. So, todos juntos, lo vamos a decir todos juntos. Here we go. Ready? Nice and slow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Mundo. That one's kind of an easy one compared to some of our other words of the day. Super easy. So everybody, on the count of tres, una vez más. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mundo. That's right. So let me kind of give like a sentence in español. A mí me canta diferentes estilos de música y también me encanta todas las diferentes artistas del mundo. And so today we are going to be having, oh my goodness, a Latin Grammy Award winning artist who has an album, a brand new album with so many musicians from all over el mundo, all over the world. So he's going to tell us a whole bunch of stuff. He's going to spill the tea here on Twinkle Time Live Online. So right now, I'm going to put my headphones on because y'all know I don't like wearing them until I have to. And let me see, I have to unmute. Let me unmute and let me make sure that everything is happening. I'll be right back. No problem. And then don't forget, before I bring Mr. G on, I forgot to mention Kari, our Twinkle Lights. We call everybody here that watches live Twinkle Lights. He couldn't make it on Friday, and I totally forgot to tell everybody that he said hello to everybody. So Kari's here, so everybody say hi to Kari. So here we go, you guys. Let me transition. I got to unmute our guest. Here we go. On the count of three, a huge round of applause. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. For our friend, Mr. G. What's up, Mr. G?
¿Cómo estás, Twinkle?
Estoy muy bien. ¿Y cómo estás usted? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias. It's great to be with you. Feliz lunes.
Muchísimas gracias. I love this so much, and I think you are our first guest that has like such a fancy like studio. So, okay, tell us where you're Skyping in from at this particular second.
All right, so I'm in my home studio in the woods of Western Massachusetts, out on a dead-end road.
Out on a dead-end road in the woods. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think we had like a brief conversation like that. You were outside of, I think, was it Northampton? Was it Northampton, Massachusetts?
Exactly, that's the town that I'm closest to.
Oh my God, how amazing. How amazing. Now, you're not technically like from there. You're originally from, is it from Philly? You're originally from Philly?
Emory. I grew up in the city, so this has been a crazy change living out in the country, but it's good for a global pandemic to have some isolation out here.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, tell us the biggest difference for those of us that don't live in the woods, maybe our city folks. Like, what is the biggest difference from being in the city and living quietly in the woods?
Well, how about that there was a black bear in my yard yesterday? Oso negro.
Oh my goodness. Like, you actually saw it? Like, was it in the far distance or it was pretty close up?
No. It was like right outside. So there's a pretty big difference between living in the country and living in the city.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the closest.
I also en el bosque.
Oh my goodness, los osos. So you guys, so the closest I've ever been to a bear, un oso, is when I was camping one time, and we heard all kinds of noise and commotion, so everybody was like peeking out of their tents, and they tell you not to go take pictures or anything because they're wild animals. But a whole bunch of us literally were trying to take a picture. That is not recommended. Do not do that. Stay in your tent. Oh my gosh. So what did you do? Like, do they come like super close? Like, are they looking for food or?
Here's how I had it. I was working in my studio here with my headphones on, and I heard my dog barking. I've got a 35-pound dog, and I needed her to quiet down so I could get to work, because she was barking. I was trying to record. I walk out to try to get my dog to settle down, and she's barking at a gigantic black bear.
Wow. Well,
This is my yard. This is my yard.
Exactly. Well, they do tell you, the people that are, like the, what are they called? I just totally lost the train of thought. Like, if you go to like camping at Yosemite, they tell you if you come across a bear, you have to like literally make yourself as tall as humanly possible and make the highest pitched noise, like like that, like no joke, because that will like hopefully scare the bear away. So that's what they tell you to do. Oh my goodness. So she had her instincts. She was barking like, hello, this is my house, stay away. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm so excited that you actually had a time today to come and hang out with us today. And I'm really excited because I've known about you for a while, and I've just, we've never like actually had the opportunity to sit and chat and to meet.
Yes,
and so
great.
I'm so excited. So I have so many questions for you. Like, okay, so how long have you been performing? Like, is it something that you knew from a little kid that this is what you wanted to do? So take us on this musical journey of yours.
Okay, yeah. The answer to your question is yes. I've known since I was a little kid. Apparently, I announced to my parents when I was like 3 or 4 that I wanted to be a baseball player and a musician.
Both of them. I love it.
And I had this whole concept in mind, like baseball player during the summer, musician in the off season. And I was really serious about this. And in fact, as much as those were like little kid dreams, I was serious. Like, I actually played baseball through college. I never stopped playing music. And, I just feel extremely fortunate that I've been able to like keep being a little kid and doing what I love to do.
Oh, I love that so much. Now, when you were little, did you have any musical influences? Like, who influenced you to be a musician? Who did you look up to?
Well, there were different phases. When I was first starting out, it was more like folk musicians like Paul Simon, Jackson Browne, Joni Mitchell. That was really my background, is like acoustic guitar, folk. Then as I got a little older, I got really into rock and funk. And so those were musicians like Sting, Peter Gabriel, James Brown, the Neville Brothers. then I got into jazz a lot, and then world music. So over different periods of my life, different influences, and then lots of musicians from really everywhere. And so, that's one of the beautiful. I don't have to tell you, one of the beautiful things about music is just you never stop learning, and there's such a wide world.
You never stop learning, and there's so many different styles of music, right? Like, and that's like so amazing. And it's like sometimes you could be listening to, like, I don't know, like new age music or world music, and you might not even understand what it is that they're saying, but you could like feel like their heart and soul in how they're playing or how they're singing. And I think that that's what is so captivating and beautiful, right? About music.
No, I completely agree. And I mean, since you mentioned the studio here, I'm really fortunate to have this setup here in my house, and particularly these days where we're all isolated. And you mentioned the new album. So I have this album that came out a month or so ago called Children of the World. And it was crazy. Like, we all found ourselves stuck at home in March. And I had been working on a collection of songs that had sort of a social justice theme, and started just reaching out to friends around the world. And that album ended up having musicians from 5 continents and 14 countries. And it's like the power, like the fact that we can have this chat right now from 3,000 miles away. But with this album, is like I worked up some demos with just acoustic guitar and vocal and started sending it out to friends in Africa and Asia and Latin America. And it was a beautiful way to stay connected, and also like create something that was different than what I ever could have imagined it. Because as you know, when you share your music with other artists, they put their own personality, their own culture to it.
Yeah, it's like all the magical ingredients, like when you're cooking, right? Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? And it makes this amazing thing. I love that. That is so cool. So, okay, so you were wanting to be a musician, a baseball player. How did you fall into doing music for kids and families?
So I had a long career doing music for grown-ups as a singer-songwriter and in bands, and just did that whole circuit for years in music production. My last touring band, we had this dual identity. We would play like rock clubs at night, and then we had this other alter ego called the Roots Music Collective. And that was an assembly program where we would go into schools and do this assembly on the roots of American music. And so it was during that period I was getting increasingly like burned out and turned off by like the hipster rock and so I'd have these surreal experiences where being like in a rock club till 1, 2 in the morning, and then at 8:30 would be waking up and like rolling into some elementary school and playing in the gym or the cafeteria. Hadn't even had coffee, kind of thing. But like the energy of the kids was so pure. The way they responded to music was so pure. I never thought I'd be doing music for kids at all. And ultimately, we did this for about a year. And suddenly I realized, like, you know what? I'm finding this to be much more meaningful. And I started spending some time, and then I went back and I got a master's in elementary education, thinking that I was actually getting out of the music business. So I became a teacher, became an elementary school teacher, and started writing songs for my students. And I had them call me Mr. G because my last name is impossible to pronounce. You guys ready out there? Try this. It's
okay.
Gundersheimer.
Say it one more time.
Gundersheimer.
Gundersheimer.
You got it.
Yes? Ooh.
You nailed it. But I didn't want to torture the kids, so I just had them call me Mr. G. Started writing songs for them at recess and when we were hanging out at lunch. And that's how this whole combination of writing and performing for kids with my interest in education and doing something that felt more impactful,
and inspiring, right? And inspiring generations to come. I love that because somebody like myself, like I enjoyed school, but sometimes there were some subjects that were really hard for me to apply and to like really like understand. But growing up doing musical theater, I could memorize and learn about anything, history, math, if it was put into a song, because my brain just worked differently. And so I think kids, like, just to reach, like, you just can reach to so many more kids that, might learn a little bit differently. And I think that's so amazing.
Totally.
I love that.
Of course, it's no surprise. I was a kid like you. Like, if there was music, if there was a catchy tune, and I believe this for most people, like if things are fun, the learning becomes transparent. You're just having a good time, but you get if there's a catchy song to it, you could be learning. And that's how things started, actually. I would write songs for my kids instead of like a book report. to memorize what we had learned about the book or things about math or whatever. Just make it funky and catchy and cool, and then everyone's having more fun and learning more.
Exactly. Well, speaking of more fun, I know you got a song or two planned. Do you want to sing us your first song?
Sure. Let's see. We could do Cocodrilo.
I would love that. Now,
All right.
do y'all know what cocodrilo means? Anybody? It is crocodile. Oh my goodness. So, yes, I can't wait. So, take it away, Mr. G.
All right. For this song, you're all going to have to become ferocious cocodrilos.
Okay.
Here's how you do it. Brazos así, arms wide. That's la boca. That's the mouth of a cocodrilo. And that's it. Eso es. And get ready to clap. Watch Twinkle. 1, 2, 3, go! Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. No me creo tu sonrisa. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Ahora no tengo prisa. All right, that's the mama cocodrilo. So when I say mama, brazos así, arms wide. But when I say baby, take your hands, go like this. Turn them into a little baby crocodile's mouth. And now we clap and sing quietly. 1, 2, 3. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Ten cuidado. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. 1, 2, 3. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. No me creo tu sonrisa. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo. Ahora no tengo prisa. Bebé. Oh, just the other day, I was walking by the river and I saw something strange. It gave me the shivers, sharp, shiny teeth, and 2 beady eyes. She said, come a little closer, you get a big surprise. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, I don't believe your smile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, you're a mean old crocodile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, no me creo tu sonrisa. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, ahora no tengo prisa. Bebé, ten cuidado por el río. Ten cuidado por favor. That mean old crocodile, she's knocking at your door. Be careful by the river. Be careful, pretty please. She's a hungry crocodile, but she doesn't plunk with cheese. So cocodrilo, cocodrilo, I don't believe your smile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, you're a mean old crocodile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, no me creo tu sonrisa. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, ahora no tengo prisa. 1, 2, 3, go! Ten cuidado. ¡Vámonos! Aunque es un poco perezoso, es muy peligroso. Este cocodrilo no es nada cariñoso. Siempre tiene hambre, tan solo quiere carne. Este cocodrilo no es muy amable. Oh, cocodrilo, cocodrilo, I don't believe your smile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, you're a mean old crocodile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, no me creo tu sonrisa. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, ahora no tengo prisa. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, I don't believe your smile. Cocodrilo, cocodrilo, you're a mean crocodile.
Yes! I love cocodrilo. That is so fun. Oh my goodness. That was so fun. Okay, so was that what song? Because you have over 10 albums. I think close to 12 now, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what album is that cocodrilo song from?
So that's from an album called ABC Fiesta.
Oh, and do you even remember what album that is? That like 1, 2, 3, 4? Which one is that
I've
one?
lost track. It's probably right in the middle, maybe more like 6 or something, 7. I don't know.
Wow. Now, okay, what was the album that you won a Latin Grammy Award for?
That was an album called Los Animales, which means animals.
Los Animales. Oh my goodness. I love that. Okay, so since we're kind of like, as musicians, like kind of this is kind of gearing up for Grammy season, do you remember the feeling when they called your name as the winner? Like, do you remember like what was going through your head? Is it like everything in slow motion? Tell us what happens.
That's an amazing, yeah, I do remember that feeling. It was like sort of an out of body experience. Yeah, truly, it was like so much excitement, but also just shock.
Wow.
I was like elevated, just like it was surreal. And then walking up on the stage and making a speech, it was just like the craziest moment. And, I have to say, it's like, for those of us, and you're one of them, who've like been a musician for so long and done so many different things in the music business and had so many different performing experiences in bands, and this and that. And at least for me, and I think it's true for you, it's like, it's not really about one album. It's about like a whole career and like the tenacity to stick with it. And, in my case, there'd been this whole thing where I really thought I was getting out of the music business when I went back to get the master's in education, And so it was sort of this, it felt like sort of a vindication of just having had a lot of ups, but also a lot of downs in the music business, and just been to that moment. It was more than that specific album. It was coming back to like as a little kid, trying to write songs and banging on the pots and pans, and it just felt like that.
I love that. I always wanted to ask, like, what is that moment like, right? And did you have a speech prepared, or did you kind of just wing it on the fly? Like,
bring it a little, because I thought I was jinxing myself to like prepare a speech. That seemed like a cocky thing to do. So I was just like, so that
you're
was
like, wait, hold a second. Let me just, whoops.
I just went up there and just like did my best.
I love that. That's congratulations, because like you said, it's not literally just for that album. It's almost just like the hard work and the perseverance and never giving up, because like you said, and this is like something I always tell everybody that's on here, it's there's so much, like they only see the show part of it. There's like 97% where it's like business and the hustle and the grind and the work that it really does say something. And so that's such an amazing accomplishment in itself.
Thank
so that's
you so
awesome.
much.
Yeah. So okay, so you've got not just albums, but you're also an accomplished children's author. And I was doing my research, and your mom was also an accomplished children's author and illustrator. Now, when we do Twinkle Time Live Online, I do it like once a week. I do story time to teach kids about what it means to be the author, what it means to be the illustrator, and your mom does both. That's amazing. So,
it's crazy. No, it was wild. Yeah. So I grew up with my mom. As you said, you did your homework. You really did. I'm impressed. Yeah, so she wrote and illustrated children's books. And so it's been another aspect of, everything for me with writing and performing for children has been this organic evolution that I didn't see coming. Because like I keep saying, like I went back to become a teacher, and then to end up writing all these, just because it's been so inspiring and so much fun to write and perform for kids. Like you said, this recent album is the 12th one I've done over the last 10 years. And then now some of the songs have become children's books, which is a really nice thing to share with my mom.
That is so cool. Did she give you, mom, dad, or anybody, like a piece of advice that you like literally still hold on to? Like it's always in the back of your mind?
Well, my mom, the funny thing, I hope she's not watching, my mom always gives me advice without me asking for it.
Well, that's mom and dad, period.
Right? So just like one piece of advice, that would be tough. I think she just basically thinks I should listen. Listen to it.
That is all moms.
And she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Moms are always right. Same with grandparents. My grandparents, los abuelitos, always right. Always. I love that. So wait, let me look because I've been sorry, guys, about not going on the comment section. And then somebody wants to see the Grammy. Oh, your Grammy's back there. I didn't even see it. They have good eyes. Okay, so how heavy is that Grammy?
It's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. Yeah.
Now, okay, here's a question. Like when you win the Grammy, that Grammy that they present to you on stage, is it a prop and then they send you the Grammy later, or that's the Grammy that you actually take home?
Good question. No, that's more like that's not the one you get comes in the mail months later. So that's just like a stand-in.
Got it. It's just a stand-in. I love it. Oh my God, that's so cool, you guys, for noticing. I didn't even see it. Thank you. And then okay, so my friend Kari, our Twinkle Lights. We call all the live chatters Twinkle Lights. Nice. Our friend Kari has been so sweet. Anybody that he truly loves, he says, well, they need to go on tour next year with you, Twinkle Time. So I'm always saying, well, I'm going to have to start like a Kickstarter, Patreon, something, because this tour has now become a Kids-a-Palooza of his favorite people.
We're going to need a couple tour buses, and we also need to like cure COVID, but one step at a time.
Yeah, exactly. But once it's done, that's why he says not now, because he knows that all of us are stuck at home.
I'm ready to hit the road. I know you are too.
Oh my God, if I can be on the road, if I can click my heel 3 times and make everything go away for us to be on the road, I would do that. Oh my goodness. Well, what other song do you have for us?
Well, let's see. Since you mentioned the books, here's one called Señorita Mariposa.
I love that. Mariposa means butterfly.
Exactly. So this is a book called Señorita Mariposa, but it originally was a song, which I can play for you right now.
Oh, I would love that.
The book is about the monarch butterfly migration from Canada, the United States, to the mountains of Michoacan in Mexico. And that's happening right now. It's really cool. For those of you who don't know, the monarch butterflies make this incredible journey, like 3,000 miles, all the way from Canada, the United States, to this one little mountain range in Michoacan, which is a part of Mexico. And I had an incredible experience last year. I went with the illustrator, who's a good friend of mine. His name is Marcos Almada Rivero. And Marcos is a great Mexican illustrator. He's done the last 5 or 6 Mr. G albums. He does all our T-shirts. There's a cool shirt he did of a cocodrilo. But we went to see the butterflies together. So we hiked up to this mountaintop as the sun was coming up. And as the sun hits the trees, all the monarch butterflies, I'm talking about everywhere, end up in this one little mountain range. And when the sun hits their wings and warms up, they all take to the sky. And we were on this mountaintop surrounded by millions of butterflies. It was completely quiet, and just, we got some video on our websites about it. It's amazing. But it was an incredible experience with Marcos, who's like a brother to me and great collaborator, to have this experience with the butterflies. So why don't we do that song right now?
I would love that. Oh my God. Okay, let's do it.
So for you guys, you need to become beautiful mariposas, and I want to see your alas preciosas, your butterfly wings.
Oh, we could do that. I'm going to scoop back.
All right.
Amazing.
Everybody's got their own butterfly style. Some butterflies have big wings. Some are more like this.
Well, that's true.
There's no, any way you want to be a butterfly, it's good. Let's try.
I love that. Okay, everybody be a butterfly. Mariposas.
Oh, you guys ready?
We're ready.
All right, here we go. Señorita mariposa, tú eres muy hermosa. Señorita mariposa, tú eres muy hermosa. Te quiero a ti. Little butterfly, you just caught my eye. Little butterfly, flying through the sky. I'm so happy you're alive. Con tus alas preciosas, cuando te posa en la rosa, your pretty yellow wings, they make me wanna sing. Señorita mariposa, tú eres muy hermosa. Señorita mariposa, tú eres muy hermosa. Te quiero a ti. Let me see all the Twinkle Time butterflies.
Yes.
Preciosas. believe how far you go, all the way to Mexico. Señorita Mariposa, tú eres muy hermosa. Señorita Mariposa, tú eres muy hermosa. Te quiero a ti. Little butterfly flying through the sky. I'm so happy you're alive.
Yay! I love that. It's kind of got like a little reggae vibe, a little. I love that. I love that. That's so
Thank
beautiful.
you so much.
Yeah, no, that was so beautiful. And I'm still like thinking about how all the butterflies know this one little place in Michoacan. I didn't even know that, I mean, like we just learned something today that come all, like go everywhere to this one little place in Mexico. Like,
No, it's amazing.
how amazing is that? Like, how do they even know how to do that? Like,
Exactly.
that's
And
crazy.
here's something even crazier about it. The way it works is the butterflies that fly down, that are making the migration right now to Mexico, when they get there, they basically reproduce, but then they don't make it back. So the ones that come up in the spring, there's several generations of butterflies that get to spend the summer in North America, up here in the States, for example, in Canada. But they all somehow know, without ever having been there before, how to get to this one spot in Mexico. It's like one of the great mysteries of the natural world. It's incredible.
That is amazing. And now I want to go. I'm going to go find it. You said there's a video on your website?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to go watch it. Everybody will have to go watch it because that sounds so fascinating.
No, it's cool. It's with Marcos and I are hiking and taking horseback rides, and then we get to the top and then out, and the butterflies are there. It's amazing.
Oh my God, Mr. G. This has been so much fun. And I'm like, I know that we'll have to have you back on again because there's
Anytime.
many other things that like I want to ask and get to know. But this was a first good shot,
Awesome.
good shot,
Thank
right?
you so much for reaching out. It's great to connect with you and all your fans today.
Oh my God, this is so much fun. And now, before we say goodbye, because obviously, you know, we're being safer at home. Okay, really quickly, what's been the hardest thing about being safer at home? Or have you just like enjoyed every moment of it? But
I can't say I've enjoyed every moment. I mean, I think for all of us, we've had our challenges. The hardest thing for me about this is just being disconnected from the kids that we usually perform for all over the country, all over the world. That's been the hardest part. But I have to say, being home hasn't been so bad. Like because typically I travel so much. I know you do too. So I've actually enjoyed being here, being with my dog, watching the seasons change. But I'm ready for the bears, all that stuff. So. Yeah.
I love that. Oh my God. Well, you know what? We'll have to have you back on. That way you could sing us some more of your lovely songs. And so, because we obviously can't be like in person and we can't all give you like actual hugs, we actually do something. We just do virtual hugs. So on the count of 3, everybody does a virtual hug together. So on the count of 3, let's do a big virtual hug with Mr. G. And that way we could thank him and send him all the positivity all the way to the East Coast in Massachusetts, in the woods, even to the bears. So here we go. Here we go. On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Virtual hugs. Yay! Oh my gosh.
It's wonderful to see everybody and connect. And thank you, Twinkle.
Of course. Bye. That was so much fun, everybody. Oh my goodness. Okay, so wait, let's see. Okay, so I know that let me fix the hair. Feeling a little share right now. And that's, I understand why she's always flipping her hair. She flips her hair because it gets tangly and she wants to make sure it looks good at all times. I get her now. That was so much fun, you guys. That is Mr. G calling all the way from the woods in Massachusetts, literally outside of this little place called Northampton. And the reason why I kind of know about Northampton is because Mr. G too, and a lot of musical artists. Sometimes we do a guest DJ. On the radio for a children's hour. It's the Hilltown Family Variety Show, which I've done a couple over the years, and that's out of Northampton, Massachusetts. So that's kind of why I'm familiar with that part of the town in his state. Hi everybody. Okay, so sorry it was lagging. I did see it a lot. I was trying to fix it. It just doesn't. So actually our friend Mr. Matt, I don't know if you remember Mr. Matt from last week, he told me he's going to help me to go and maybe switch to Zoom and hopefully try that out, and hopefully that helps a little bit. So fingers crossed. I have to figure it out yet. Haven't done it. You guys, okay, so there's so many things. Okay, so today's Monday, and Monday is all about music. So I have something that I want to share with you guys. So I have a brand new music playlist on my Spotify. So go to Twinkle Time on Spotify. That's my channel on Spotify, and look for Música para Niños. Later today when I leave here, I'm going to put it as one of my highlights on my channel so it's easier to find, but Música para Niños. And let me just tell you all about Música para Niños. I don't know if you all know, but from September 15th to October 15th, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. And you've heard me talk on daily that I'm Peruvian American. That's why I speak two languages, English y también en español. And so I just wanted to make a really cool playlist highlighting and celebrating all the different musical artists that speak English and Spanish and do music in English and Spanish from all over the world. Todas partes del mundo. And so that way you can experience different music and different sounds, because, there's so many different sounds, right? There's jazz, reggaeton, there's salsa, there's pop, rock, EDM, country. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Traditional, regional, so that way you can listen and know and meet, well, not meet, but listen and be familiarized with brand new musical artists. So go check it out. So as some of you here, you already know, but if it's the first time ever watching, I have a Patreon page, which is www.patreon.com/twinkletime, y en español www.patreon.com/twinkletime. So go check it out, and like I said, go to my Spotify. That's another really good way to support me and all that I do. Listen to Spotify. Come here Monday through Friday, de lunes a viernes. At what time? 2 p.m., 2 de la tarde, Tiempo Pacífico, where we all walks of life come together because we all love the music and the arts. And I actually truly love our family that we have here online. Oh, Pablo and Maggie, say hi. Hi, Pablo and Maggie. And then somebody says, plus with Zoom, you can have more than one guest. Woo! Love that idea. And then you guys are so sweet. I'm definitely a butterfly. Oh my gosh, wasn't that a pretty song? I love that song. So that was a really good song. And his Cocodrilo song too about the crocodiles was fantastic. So it's about that time, and hopefully Joe is still here. He says, can I do the joke? Because I think he has to leave. So hopefully Joe is still here, because we have two Joes on today. We have Joe V and our friend Joe that we all know. So you guys, right now, on the count of 3, let's do a huge drum roll. So let me just scroll down. On the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Dun, dun, dun. For the joke of the day. The joke of the day. I cannot wait. I've got a couple. So for those of you guys who are just tuning in, I love telling jokes. So if you have a family-friendly joke that you want to send my way, my Instagram where you can DM me is Twinkle Time and Friends. And on Facebook, it's Twinkle Time. So everybody send me a family-friendly joke, and I will pick your joke on one of my many live streams. And then if you ever happen to watch live, all my live streamers, what they do is they rate the joke on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that needs a lot more work, and 10 being so amazing. So amazing. All right, so let me see. Okay, so let me see. Oh, you know what? I'll start with this one. Here we go. Joke number 1. Where do pencils come from? Where do pencils come from? Pennsylvania. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Get it? And I decided to do that because Mr. G was originally born. And I'm pretty sure. I know he lives in Massachusetts. But hello! I love that joke. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it says, what happened? He hit his really hard on the table. Wait, right now? Oh my goodness. One of our friends hit his head on the table. I'm assuming not right now because he already got stitches. So oh my gosh, Pablo. Can everybody on the count of 3 give Pablo virtual hugs? Oh my goodness, virtual hugs and kisses. Oh my gosh, ow. That hurts. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, Kylie. I don't even know. That's like a number that's like off the charts, like around the world. Oh my God, mundo. That was amazing. I love it. Oh, thank you, Kari. I love that. Okay, so joke number 2. Let's see. Let me see which one I want to end with. Okay, ready? Joke 2. Where do the pianists go for vacation? Where do the pianists go for vacation? The Florida Keys. Get it? Keys on a piano and the Florida Keys. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. Oh my goodness. Aw, thanks, Joe. Big hugs, virtual hugs. Somebody's like, They're still deciding. They're still debating what to give me, what scored. This is like harder than Dancing with the Stars, I'm telling you. We've got some very, very hard judges here at Twinkle Time Live Online. Okay, our last joke for the day. Let me find it. Are we ready? Oh, hey. Yes, 9 gajillion. I love that. Okay, last joke of the day. What is the smartest state? What is the smartest state? Alabama. It has 4 A's and 1 B. Get it like a report card? 4 A's and a B, and there's 4 A's in the word Alabama and 1 B. Thank you. Y'all know where to find me. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., 2 de la tarde, here on my YouTube channel, Twinkle Time, for more Twinkle Time Live Online, or hashtag TTLOL. Don't forget, okay, so Katie, stage manager Katie, our friend Katie, will not be here tomorrow. So people remind me just in case I forget. And thank you, Kari, for being here today. And I'm so sorry I forgot to mention you on Friday. I'm so sorry. But I did. And yay! Thanks, everybody. This was so much fun. And thank you once again to Mr. G. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Tuesdays are always like a surprise. Like, you know, whatever happens, right? It's live, on the fly. We're going to have fun tomorrow. Wednesday, I have another musical guest. And, oh, wait, I see more. Really working that share. Oh, yes, I am working the share flip. Guys, I understand why she does it now. Because you don't want your hair to get tangly. Because I could feel it getting tangled in the back. So, and I forgot, you know, normally my long hair is in a braid. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's why it's in a braid. Because it gets tangly. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow, Tuesday. Have a magnificent Monday. And, are you ready to sing out the show? Because I forgot to sing out the show last Friday, and it was Katie that wrote me and said, you forgot. And I don't know if you were still on, but I came back on and sang out. So everybody, sing nice and loud, because it's Monday. It's a new day. the start of a new week. Sing out, Louise. Here we go. Ready? A 1, 2, 3. Twinkle. That's what everybody calls me. From my house to yours, have a magnificent, marvelous, maravilloso Monday. I'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday. Bye, everybody.